Good afternoon. It's time. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mill Day. The show's Mike C, of course, it's our show. As always, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Bucky, what in the world do you have in front of you today? Well, I had a card with an autograph of Greg Landry, who passed away the other day. And he was really my first quarterback for the Lions that I actually followed. Bill Munson was also there, but Greg Landry was, a young 6'4", very talented guy out of Massachusetts, and very talented. Just didn't have a great surrounding cast by, but he passed away. I think it was 77. I want to say something like that. Very good-looking guy. He also played for the Colts and the Bears. And I had an autograph card of him, but I should have looked earlier, and I just ran out of time. So I took a statue. It's actually Joey Harrington, but it represents all quarterbacks that didn't quite make it for the Lions. And so rest in peace, Greg, and condolences to your family. And very, very good quarterback, very talented. Just did not have a lot of good players around him. All right. Bucky, what else? Yeah, you got what's 4.0? Well, last week's video did not do very well. It didn't start out, you got a late start, and if it doesn't get enough views early on, it kind of gets buried, and that's what happened to it. I thought it was gone for a long time, but it's there. It was all about Bucky 4.0, which is what the sign refers to. So hopefully this week I will get the very first Bucky 4.0, we're going to call it. And I'm not sure what it's going to be about yet, but we're going to try very hard to get it out this week. Some news and notes. The Badgers rebounded from losing to USC. They completely destroyed Purdue 52-6. I watched that game, and they just did whatever they wanted to do, and it was just total annihilation. They've beaten Purdue 18 straight times, which I did not know. That's up there. I think it's number one as far as current streaks go. It's up there for sure. And Boilermakers just for some reason against the Badgers do not perform well, but that's okay. Now next week they play, or this week I should say, they play Rutgers. They should win that game. It's in Rutgers. It's the East Coast team. A few games of the week. I have to give them credit. I hate to do this, but the University of Minnesota, they beat USC at home. Forgot the score. They scored a very late touchdown, and something the Badgers couldn't do was beat USC. So kudos to the Gophers. And yeah, it pains me, Bucky, but credit where credit is due. Speaking of credit where credit is due, Vanderbilt beat, in some cases, the number one team, Alabama. Wow, 40-35. It's the first time they've beaten, I think, a ranked team ever, something like that. I mean, the stats are just incredible. Obviously, a letdown from the previous week, but they should never lose to Vanderbilt, but they did. And a couple other teams lost. I think Tennessee lost. So there's going to be quite a huge shuffle in the rankings this week, but that's college football. Didn't watch a ton of games. Watched some, but not a lot. Yesterday's NFL games. Unfortunately, the Vikings are 5-0. They beat the Jets in London, and I watched that game. And the Jets had a chance to win at the very end. They threw an interception. Rodgers threw 3 interceptions total. Jets look horrible. I predict they're going to make a trade for Devontae Adams to save their season. Otherwise, it's going to go totally down the drain. Lions did not play this week. They play next week against the Cowboys, who beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I watched that game. Um, it's always I always enjoy watching Pittsburgh games in Pittsburgh because I lived there for a while, and they showed a few of the highlights and great surroundings that they have. They showed Point State Park, which is a big fountain, and it brings back good memories for me. But they lost, so that didn't help. But I don't have too much else. Oh, the NHL starts. I think it might start tonight. Um, the Hawks start on Tuesday. They play Utah, and I don't know their name. I'll put that in the comments next below. But the NHL season start long season, guys. But the Hawks start Tuesday for real, and it's going to be a better season. Are they going to make the playoffs? I don't know. I'm optimistic, but I really don't think they're going to. But we'll see. But let's get this down a little bit there. There we go. I keep Bucky in the shot. So we had, I think, 4 views last week, so that's okay. There's too much. There was a huge wrestling pay-per-view yesterday. It was Bad Blood, and no major title changes as far as I remember. There was a wrestler named Drew McIntyre who I really like. He had 16 staples put in his head. Can you imagine that? And they showed a picture of it, and it was not pretty. But it's kind of match that he had with CM Punk, and so that must have been fun to see. But yeah, so that's always exciting. Baseball is still going on. I think the Dodgers are playing the Padres. I don't follow baseball as much as I used to, obviously. I don't even know the American League teams. We'll report on it, once the World Series starts, but I just don't follow baseball like I used to. But I still enjoy baseball. I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched an entire game from opening pitch to final out. I can't. It's been so long. But the Reds did hire. I don't know if I mentioned this last time or if it wasn't available. They hired new manager Terry Francona. I think it's a great hire. He's won a couple World Series. Older guy. He took last year off, and that's it. From what I've seen and read, they've been very high praise for this, and somebody I've heard of, and so we'll see. I guess he's a no nonsense kind of guy, but maybe that's what the Reds need. But we'll report on this later. But I think it's a very good hire from what I've heard. That's all the notes I have, Bucky. Let's see. Oh, the other game I've got next week. Number 2, the Ohio State, and Oregon is number 3, and they play at Oregon. That's gonna be a hell of a game. So we're excited by that. Tonight's game, the Chiefs play who do the Chiefs play? Can't remember. Damn it. I'll post it later. The Chiefs play tonight, and there's another game. I can't remember. Not prepared, Bucky, but that's okay. I know the Chiefs play tonight. We'll leave it at that. Weather's gotten a lot cooler out, but it's nice. It's still nice. It's just not as warm, and that's fine. It's soup and stew and chilly weather, and I love that. And Carl's already made a big pot of chili the other day, and we had that for dinner a couple nights, and so that's good. I enjoy that. Not too much else to report, Bucky. Everything else. Mention that. Yeah, sometime this week we're gonna get Bucky's 4.0 out, and we'll see what happens. Not too much else. Trying to think of anything else in like entertainment. Not that I know of. I don't really follow entertainment that much. But anyway. All right, Buck, I'm rambling. So for Mike Cena, of course, Star Show, it's Cookies on the Chair. Mike Cena, of course, Bucky, say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And go Badgers. Beat Rutgers. Should take care of them and get back on the winning streak. And so we're going to try to make that bowl game. All right, so take care, guys, and stay warm and stay safe. All right, bye now.